What's up, everyone? Welcome to part 2, WMTOL, where men think out loud. That space where you can have that freedom of just kind of being yourself and not be judged. Well, maybe somebody will judge you here and there, but fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yes, no one in this room is going to judge
you. About me,
right?
You know what I mean?
No one in this room is going to judge you.
Not my problem what you think about me. You know what I mean? I'm me wherever I go. So last episode, we had a very good family friend of ours. He goes by Coco. Very funny. Everywhere I go, me and him would just chop it up, you know what I mean? Have some jokes, and there's always the same energy, so I appreciate that. But I just wanted to introduce him a little bit. So his name is Coco. Go ahead, take over.
All right, bro. So yeah, just a little intro. I kind of grew up in the same area as, I guess, Gabi, kind of, sort of. I grew up in the Ruggles area, which is in Boston. Just grew up there till I was towards the end of elementary school, till I was 11 pretty much. Then I moved into the suburbs, thanks to my beautiful parents. Thanks to them. They got me out, so to speak. I kind of lived in the kind of the sort of the hood. It wasn't that bad where I personally, where we were staying at, but I was still aware of the situation of what we was at compared to where they got me to. So thanks to them, I got to move to the suburbs.
Big up to the fame.
Yes, sir. Got my schooling, kept up my education, stayed focused. Fast forward, got through high school, got through college. Thanks to the opportunity, once again, my parents gave me. I was able to also get my doctorate. So yes, I'm a doctor, as I mentioned in the previous part. Thank you.
So he's a Puerto Rican doctor, not a Puerto Rican doctor, by the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Certified. You out here getting it, you know?
I got it in ink, too.
Yes, Puerto Rican. Dale, sigue.
So that's a little bit of me. I'm a doctor, full-time pharmacist, and yeah, just trying to figure out life right now, just like everybody else. Just working, grinding, trying to figure out the next steps in life, and yeah, that's pretty much me right now.
Cool.
So I have
a intro.
Quick question though before you what made you want to get your doctorates? Like, was there like anything that kind of motivated you to do all them years in college, bro? Because I could never, bro.
Yeah. I went to like community college for like 4 years, and I was like, oh my fucking God. Fuck. I don't know how long it took you. I was like, fuck, man.
It's crazy. So it's pretty much a long story. So basically, like in high school, like it's kind of like, honestly, even like kids nowadays, like almost like anybody else in high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do as a full-time career. Everyone always says like, make sure you do something that makes you happy, but also make sure you do something that's sustainable, or try to find an in-between, or try to find a job that you just don't mind, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, I don't know what that is. I know I like science, I guess, and I'm okay at math, so let me do something related to that. I started as a chem major. I went to UMass Amherst. Right off the first semester, you have to be in honors chem as a chem major, and I was the worst student there. Everyone there took like AP Chem. They was on it.
Oh, man.
Not me. My school never provided AP courses at all, so I was legit like, I was the worst student ever. And I think to this day, the professor only passed me just so that he doesn't keep me like, slow down.
Okay,
I think he gave me like the lowest grade, which I think is a C minus C. That was like my lowest grade, and that was like fresh right after high school.
To get a C minus, you probably just have to show up to class and just put your name on the paper.
Yes. Yes. So I did. Like, to the point, like, not to go off on a tangent, but like there was a day where like I went to his like office hours or whatever, and I remember I was legit like, yo, is there anything I can do for like extra credit? And he was like, you're in college. That? There's no such thing. So we don't really offer that. I was like, something I can do, sir.
Damn. He's like, if you were a female, maybe. And that's
A+.
So yeah, fast forward, chemistry didn't really work out. I went into biochem, which was like somewhat related, but it was like the courses in general were like a little lighter. So I went into that. It wasn't until like my junior year of college where like we had this class called I think it was called like real world biochemistry. There was like these two pharmaceutical representatives who came to our class, and they were talking about like what they do. This is our company. I forget which company it was, but they were like, yo, this is our company. This is what we do. Blah blah blah. When you become a pharmacist, this is like you can do like fellowships, residencies, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of things you can do with like in pharmacy, which I never knew of. Mind you, as a biochem major, I was like looking more so into like research and blah 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 blah. But when I heard them talk about pharmacy, I was like, oh shoot, I can potentially get into pharmacy with like a biochem degree, I think. So I kind of did my own research, and I was like, okay, so you can get into pharmacy school this way. You can either go straight from high school, or there's some programs that offer you like if you have some type of science degree, you can get into this program, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I don't know what I want to do, but I tried everything. When I was in college, I tried a little bit of everything. I tried microbiology, I tried marine bio. I was in Florida for like a whole summer. I don't know if y'all know this, but I spent the whole summer in Miami by myself.
Ooh, Miami.
But I wasn't 21.
I don't go nowhere, bro.
So basically, like the whole
Oh,
time,
maybe there's a 21 and under.
I didn't know nobody. I was out there by myself with like a bunch of random kids who were in the same like internship as me, and I was like, yo, I don't know what I want to do, but like I was showed these, you know, that you can do something with pharmacy. So I bought the little pharmacy like test. You have to take a test to get into some pharmacy schools. So I studied for that the whole summer, and I just kind of like stayed indoors the whole time because again I didn't know anybody. I wasn't 21, so I wasn't about to get into.
In other words, Miami went well for you.
It was a very moment
Usually
of
you
like.
go to Miami, you want Miami to go bad for you, but in a good way though.
So yeah, I just studied the whole summer, and then fast forward, I went through pharmacy school, and now here I am.
Wow, man, big ups to you, man.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations. I'm super proud.
Very much.
You doing your thing. You know, I always saw you. I'm like, man, this dude is about something. That's dope, man.
I just stayed to the books. I just kept studying. That's all it was. I was like,
That's
this is the only thing I really know how to do. So let me just stick to it and hopefully get something that.
Quick question.
Yeah, that and anime.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I'm good at that and anime.
Yo, quick question.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you come to that conclusion? And just be like, yo, fuck it, I'm going to Miami. Don't know nobody. What is that? What is that like? You landing there and then versus like leaving there? Like, what was your mindset
We talking about like when I went to Miami.
when you went to Miami? Didn't know nobody and just said, fuck it.
I got a question that kind of ties into that too a little bit. Like, did you know
Write
you
this
were going
question
into?
down,
No, yeah, well, no, because it
question
kind of
down
goes
to
in together. These two questions kind of go in together. Like, did you know you were doing like the full like 8 years or however much you were doing like instantly, like initially, or?
So that's the thing. I mean, I kind of try to keep it short, but basically, like the marine bio, the whole the going to Miami thing, that was because I was trying to get a minor in marine bio, just because I was trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do long term.
I want to swim with the dolphins.
So I was like, let me dabble into this. Like, I don't know. I like. No. I was like, I like science, and I think I like marine bio.
Yeah.
I was just like, let me try it out. Because
Okay.
when I was in college, I was just like, let me try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing that I want is a job that I end up hating, which it's not my situation right now. I don't hate it. But anyways, so in terms of like the Miami thing, I was just like, all right, they're offering this internship. I'm gonna get to be in Florida for a bit by myself, and I was like, if anything, let me just keep studying for this pharmacy thing, if in case this marine bio thing don't work out. So the whole time I was just like when I got there, low key, the first 2 weeks, it was like the field research aspect of it, which literally means I was literally on a it's called a research cruise or research cruise. It's literally like this rinky dinky ship you're on with like these like dudes that I think work with the Navy or something like that. I don't know, but it was me and a bunch of scientists, and we were out in the we started at Cozumel, Mexico, and we went around the border of like almost like outside of the border of Cuba, and we were doing like our little research, which had to do with like overfishing of like certain specimen of fish and blah blah blah.
That's dope.
But literally for 2 weeks straight, we were like going around the border of Cuba, just about, and we also had Cuban scientists who were straight from Cuba. So at the end of the 2 weeks, we were during
Mira, chicos, se pecado.
pretty much
Was there any scientist chicks over there or
on the boat with us. Yes, but like
nice?
and low key people were like, anyways. So yeah, I was working legit like 12-hour shifts, like midnight to noon. I would be like in the pitch black in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, and would see the sunrise. Just working like
That's
these 12 hours.
crazy.
So to speak, catching fish with like these like special nets and stuff, and then like just going around the border of Cuba for 2 weeks straight.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that would be cool to do though.
And then we ended up we landed at Key West, Florida.
Well, can you swim?
Yes, yo, I think that's the first thing they ask you.
Yeah, right? Hey, we're gonna have you study a bunch of fishes. Can you swim with them?
You said swim? I thought you said go to the gym. Like
You say that, and it kind of going hand in hand. Can you swim and can you gym? Because low key, one of the nets that they use was like this massive, like I don't even know, this like big ass Finding Nemo claw thing.
I was just gonna ask. Yo, okay.
And like
he got so amped over that shit.
I literally
He got so amped over that.
I thought about
I was
Finding Nemo when
gonna
they
say
grabbed all them
that.
guys, yo.
This dude.
It was
When they
like
grabbed all them guys into the thing. I thought about it. He seen it. He caught the drift.
I got it.
it was legit like these 5 little canisters tied to like this one net, and you dump them in the middle of the ocean as the boat's going. It's it's catching drift and catching all those specimens. And you legit have to like seat belt, like you have to like from the boat itself get a little buckle, you attach it to like this little belt thing you have on, and you legit have to like go at the edge of the boat as the boat's moving, and you have to legit bring those nets from not the bottom of the ocean, but
But
down there.
it's taking a lot of
all that
fishes
water
and
in.
shit.
So you have to,
Yeah.
like, manhandle that thing. So I did that shit for 2 weeks straight, bro.
Hey, yo, everybody that
That's
used to
what she
beat their
said.
shit with the best ones there.
That thing.
It's like
That's crazy,
It's like,
though.
yo, how you beat that up so fast? Oh no, it's just normal.
Yeah, fucking playing tug of war with this motherfucker.
trained
That's
me.
the thing.
Why is that guy by himself on the other side of tug of war and there's like 12 motherfuckers on the other side? He's been doing this for years.
He's only using the right hand for some reason.
Especially the ones that been like doing it with both hands, bro. the ambidextrous ones.
This motherfucker here. I didn't know he had a tug of war champion. This motherfucker.
That's how people find out the ambidextrous.
Oh man, that's crazy though, man. That's
dope as
definitely
shit.
an experience that you would never take
bro.
for granted. You loved it. That's dope, man.
trippy.
I want to do that so bad.
So basically, right after that, I was like, after doing that and after doing like the research at the actual lab, I was like, this ain't for me. I'm gonna keep studying for this pharmacy exam real quick and just see where that goes. Fast forward, I ended up being a pharmacy technician for so and so, and yeah, now I am.
MD at the end of his name.
You know.
Call me MD.
Put some respect on my name.
Oh man, so being someone in the medical field in the pharmaceutical world, there's an area in Boston which we grown to know as a methadone mile, which is a crazy area. Well, I don't want to say, we kind of touched a bit about it in the last one, but there's drug addicts, homeless people there, and it's called the methadone mile. But the assumption is that they all do drugs and they're all sitting there. I mean, unfortunately, that's the mindset of people. You know what I mean? It could be generally true, but it cannot be, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think as being a physician and being in the pharmacy and this situation, what's happening? What do you think is happening
And
there?
how easily do y'all have to, to add on to that, how easily are y'all able to just kind of give people, whatever kind of medicine?
Yeah, so I'll answer both perspectives. So just clarifying, and this is not a flex. It's not MD. It's PharmD.
Oh, my bad. Hey.
That's not a flex. I'm just correcting. I'm not a physician.
PharmD.
But I will say, but I do know how it works, and of course, you're in healthcare as well, so you know how it works too. So basically, in terms of how easy it is to get X, Y, and Z, it's not that hard. As you know, there is a stereotype, but also it is a thing that people do. There are some people who will go to an ER, say that they got into an accident, blah blah blah. They'll do whatever it takes to get that prescription that gives them even a little 7-day supply of, you name it, Oxy, Vicodin, whatever it may be. And yeah, it's technically that easy because of there's just so many doctors who there's a lot of reasons to it. We can go super in depth with it, but there's some doctors who just be like, all right, this dude just pull up to the ER. We're trying to get rid of, we're trying to get him out of here as soon as possible for the next person. Here's a little 5-day supply of Oxy. Go to a pharmacy. Go to whatever pharmacy you need to go to, and they'll take care of you. So just like that, you go to the pharmacy. Here's my prescription, and the ER gave it to me. And
so there's no need to they don't. The doctors pretty much don't need proof of them going into there's certain situations or whatever for them to prescribe certain stuff.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's two aspects of it, of course, and there's more than that. But you can either go to your physician. They know you're dealing with chronic pain, and they'll try they'll start you off with a little Advil at first. They'll step it up to a meloxicam, which is kind of a cousin of ibuprofen. They'll test that out. They'll try to use gels and stuff like that. There are some doctors who will go that route of trying to go from away from opioids and step it up from there. On the other hand, there's some doctors who you'll pull up and be like, yo, I have my back's been hurt. I got into an accident, blah, blah, blah. Or even it doesn't have to be that severe. It can also be I'm a cancer patient. I deal with a lot of cancer pain. Yeah. Some doctors will say, well, let's put you on this painkiller just to start and see where it goes. Usually the see where it goes ends up with them being on it long term.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And there's some people who will either for real need it. Yeah. And there's some people who will,
take advantage of that.
Take advantage of it or become reliant on it.
And then that's crazy that you say that too, because the excuse that they get to use of unprovable pain.
Yeah.
Where doctors just they gotta go off your word at some point where it's
how do you know?
All right, you're hurt. I guess
complain to the couch.
You passed everything. Yeah, you passed everything fine, but you're saying you're hurt. I can't, tell you you're not.
Yeah. There's no way.
Man, that's crazy. I always wondered how do they get it. That's crazy, man.
That's part of it. Yeah. So there's a bunch of ways to get it, and it's bottom line, it's not that hard.
So okay. Sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
So what do you think about the methadone mile? What was your sense on it? And you think there's something for us to, or the city can do something to kind of help that situation, or?
Yeah. So to start off, methadone. Technically, I think, don't quote me, I'm not the most clinical doctor, but methadone is approved to be used to help you get off of your addiction. I think it's specifically opioid addiction. So a lot of opioid addicts or addicts in general, they'll try to go to their doctor and they'll say hey, I need a little help getting off of X, Y, or Z. And they'll get prescribed this thing called Suboxone, which you might know. Suboxone is this medication that's supposed to help you. It's kind of like a double-edged sword because it's technically a medication that you can get addicted to because there's a way to abuse it. So you already have these addicts trying to get this prescription that's supposed to help you get off it, but the thing that helps you get off of it can also help you stay on.
Just like anything else in the pharmaceutical world, you get this, so you have pain, you know, whatever, of your kidney stones. You take fucking Tylenol, but the Tylenol gives you fucking, or ibuprofen, and that gives you kidney stones, but that gives you this shit.
Yo, those commercials.
And then you get, oh my God.
Remember that Cat Williams fucking joke when he was talking about those commercials and shit?
Yeah.
They were trying to like breeze by all the side effects. Like, I'm gonna be worse off than when I fucking I started.
I am
real
good.
shit.
I don't need anything.
So yeah,
for real, that shit is.
It's crazy. So methadone kind of works the same way as that. It's like you have these people who are trying to get off, you know, whatever they're addicted to, but they take this medication, methadone. Methadone is technically something you can also get addicted to. So that's why there's methadone clinics, and they'll go to those clinics. I don't know if it's like once. I don't really know like the specifics, but they go to it like on a weekly basis or daily, whatever it may be, to get their dose. But the thing is, you can also abuse that. Yeah. So it's like this never-ending cycle of you're supposed to be getting help from this medication, but it's also helping you stay on, you know, whatever you're already addicted to. So now you have this thing called methadone mind, where you have all these people who are now reliant on getting addicted on this thing that's supposed to help you not to get addicted.
That's crazy.
And when you become an addict, you end up going through, you know, all sorts of social and society stuff. So that's why you have this.
Yeah.
So like
it's divider, really.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just like at the end of the city, right before you get on the highway.
That too.
Literally.
That's how it's created. So you have all these people who.
When you get out of Boston.
Next thing you know, Next thing you know, there's gonna be a fucking fence there, bro.
Nah,
¿Verdad? Como que like putting you in this area that like almost like Scarface.
Yeah.
like these are the zombies. Like what's happening? Right? Almost like
in the
zombie movie or some shit. These are the zombies, and they're right here.
At that McDonald's over there, they have like the parking lot, and then they have like the little green area there.
Yeah.
They have put a fence there to make sure the crackheads don't get in the green area and like keep them out on the outside of it, for real.
Wow.
And it's like, how far can you, like, who is that bothering? That grass isn't there for nobody. These guys are stuck in the shittiest position ever.
Is there a sign there that says crackheads only?
Yo, it's literally to keep them out of the grass.
What the fuck?
Of the grass. Like,
Oh my
who is that bothering? That's no one's property. That's no one's house. McDonald's has no reputation to keep up with. Y'all fucking ice cream's always fucked up. Like, come on, bro. What reputation do y'all
You're
got?
fucking up my McFlurry, motherfuckers. I know this is a local crackhead area, but you fucking up my McFlurry.
It really is.
Y'all acting like this shit act like it's 5-star fucking dining. Like, bro, what? This McDonald's, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
To answer your question, you guys said like, can the city do anything to like help out? Of course they can. The other thing though, like I kind of said this, I kind of touched on it, but like ever since COVID happened, like I just remember methadone mile becoming methadone 2 miles. Like it became.
Yo, for real.
I just remember I remember this vivid like memory.
Drove
of,
on
like,
it, but you drove there, but like slow motion. Wait,
bro.
this shit feels most like 2 miles.
Methadone marathon.
What the fuck?
Put it this
Dogs,
way,
yo, watch. I'm telling you.
Because I was ending pharmacy school as this was happening, as COVID started.
That is
It happened that
crazy.
same year. So I remember like still going into Boston, and I just remember like I was like, dang, there's mad tents out here. There's mad Target carts. Yo, they got people
Does Target know? Goddamn.
Yo, they started a partnership with them.
No, I work for them.
I'm promoting.
I work for them. Technically, I'm doing promotion up the street with your ass. So technically, you should be paying me, goddammit.
Yeah, yo, but I don't know if y'all know, bro, but you know the reason that started to get impacted, nah. So I guess you know we have a Long Island, like our own version of Long Island, pretty much.
It's called Chelsea, Massachusetts.
Nah, I forgot. Nah, it's a legit island though, but like I guess that's where like most homeless would go to like for like clinical reasons and stuff like that. But I guess they shut that down during COVID actually, and that's what kind of like everybody was obviously, you know, what's the next place to go was to Mass Ave. That's why it started getting like that peak pretty much. Like everybody started going there after. So I don't know like what happened financially or whatever that, you know, they had to close that freaking island down, but that was definitely a big part of it. From what I heard, Long Island, Mass.
No, a random question is like, do you know anybody who's been in the methadone mile or anybody who's been addicted to drugs and stuff? And if so, what do you feel about that?
Do I know who's been in the methadone mile? I can't say. Do I know someone who probably? Anyways, nah, I can't. Probably walk by, maybe.
That's funny.
Yo, complete shout out.
Just a random, like, you know, if you wonder, because I know some people, and then unfortunately you see them and you're like, oh, that hurts. But you know, unfortunately you gotta like move on because you can't really help them too much. Like, you can't be like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, come live with me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? So like, sometimes you feel like you can't really help. I mean, I felt helpless seeing them, but
Yeah.
you know, you can't mess up your situation either.
I feel like touch back on what you were saying though about like if there's anything they could do. They making fucking apparently like whatever they need to get for like these fiends to use, they're like about to start giving them to for free, so they can start like fucking shooting themselves up and all this other shit. They could just easily make fucking jobs a little bit easier to access after coming out of prison.
Sure.
Because that whole
That
shit
would
is
probably
next to
help a lot of that because of that.
You know what I mean? If you feel like these people are good enough to be outside in society, why would you not feel like they're good enough to work?
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of them I see, I'm like, yeah, you can totally work somewhere, bro. Like,
Dogs.
Stop and shop, whatever the case may be.
There's
you're
pizza shops, bro, under the table.
Anywhere,
Motherfuckers, yo, sweep up then, I got you. You know, we need more spots like
barber
that.
shops, I don't know.
Exactly. We need more spots that are willing to like, you know what I
Help
mean?
'em
Like
out.
be helpful. You know, like
I hear you.
we gotta take that's the main thing why I feel like I'm totally understanding of why the police are around, but I'm totally for defunding the police. I feel like we gotta start getting to the point where we kind of hold each other accountable and help each other out. Cause we can't just rely on the whole outside group of people to get here at some point in time to like save us. Like it's never gonna work. You know how far we're right next to the police department over there in OP. And these guys be taking like half an hour to get there after a shooting. They're a 2-minute drive away. So it's like we can't rely on people saving us. We gotta like literally save each other and help each other. Hey, you need a job? We're here. We got $100 tonight. You wanna sweep up? You wanna do whatever? That's it. That's all we gotta do. We gotta take care of each other.
There is like places that do help out, like specifically I know Taco Bell, they do like a felony assistance program or something like that where I mean that's why you see a lot of ghetto people at like Taco Bell.
No wonder. No wonder I didn't have my sour cream
Nah, but you know-
on my goddamn chalupa. Motherfucker. I'm gonna go back in there. Get shot too,
Nah, but-
motherfucker. That motherfucker gonna do another 15. You fucking around.
Easily.
Yeah. You want a sour cream, motherfucker? What about now? He's like, no. I just said,
It says sour cream.
yeah.
Not cream as in money, bro. Nah, but I mean, there's definitely stuff out there, but you know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know.
That's dope.
I feel like it's also like, you know, the people have to be motivated, bro. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are just like, they feel like they're stuck in their ways, bro. Like, there's definitely, you could definitely move out of the meth mile, bro, and just fucking, you know, I don't know.
real
I mean,
shit.
you have to dedicate yourself to it. Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
it's not easy. It's not hard. And everybody who else is around you is probably doing it. So you're like,
It's tough to
okay,
break out
what's
of that
another
mindset.
day?
That's
real,
another
it's-
thing
it's
too,
tough.
bro. Yeah, like your environment,
to
bro.
have
Like
the support.
you're pretty much like at that point you're going off the vibe. Like you know, you see like half of the people doing it, you're like, oh fuck it, you know, I should do it too. And that's what.
And this guy
that
over here in
becomes-
tent number
That's-
2
yeah,
is
exactly.
bringing in
That's
strippers in there.
Like I could too. You know what I'm saying?
Could totally do it.
Yo, for real.
That's it. Why leave? That's of both worlds. No.
Nah, real shit though. That shit is real.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting. Has anybody like you growing up ever offered you anything like, hey man, here's some cocaine, man?
If somebody asked me like that, I might have tried. I'm not gonna. Hey man, try some cocaine.
You know what's crazy is that like, so yeah, I don't know anybody personally
Being in
who's
school,
been
too,
to.
sometimes
We were talking
I
about
know,
doctors.
I
We were
know.
talking about
Random
doctor
shit.
stuff last time. The doctors.
Yeah, just to stay awake, man.
Oh, BOFF.
Make, baby.
So low key, yeah, like in college, like definitely a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, just try a little bit of Adderall, like it'll help you study. I'm like, nah, I think I'm okay because I'm aware of like what it can do to you.
Yeah.
Not to everyone.
That's
I'm
what the
aware-
fuck I'm studying, motherfucker. You don't think I
I'm
know?
aware- Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm aware it helps some people. I'm aware some people need it, but in my case, I think I'm okay. I think I'll stay away from all that.
Yeah, well that's good, bro. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Stay strong, man. Shit.
And you know,
Yeah.
it's
Mentally
crazy.
strong.
Recently, I gotta say specifics, but someone asked me like if I want to try so and so, and I was like, "Yo, low key, like, nah, I think I'm okay," because I
I
have
got
like,
shit to do tomorrow.
nah, it's even deeper than that. Like, I have relatives like who have struggled with like addiction and stuff like that, and it's not like I live with them. It's not even like I'm close to them like that. But because I know of like that hardship, and because I know what they go through, like I'm quick to be like, nah, because even though it might be like a fun time, it might be a nice, quick little whatever. Like I know what it potentially can do to you.
Yeah.
And knowing my crazy ass and I like to party and like to have a good time and blah blah blah. But I know, like, I'm okay with what I have already. I know what makes me happy. I don't need to go that extreme to have any type of, fun or whatever.
Real shit.
So
Yeah. So I guess it's hard to know because you never know what it's like. You know, you're Spanish, right? So you think there's so if your parents knew that you were addicted to something, how do you think that they would like approach a situation to try to help you or whatever?
addiction, like
Yeah, you think they'd be
like,
upset? Like if you were into like, I don't know, if you were actually on the methadone mile.
I would be they would cook me first and foremost. I would get destroyed. But my parents personally, they would probably do everything in their power to try to help me out and try to bring me back to the kid they used to know, to the kid, to the guy who I used to be.
Right.
Like I know they would cook me, and they would definitely like be angry as hell, and I would definitely be like a big disappointment.
They'll probably fuck you up right there in front of Mass Ave.
Yeah, probably.
And
that would probably already
all your homies.
That alone, that wolfetón, that ass whooping would probably already. All right, I'm sober again. Like,
Yo, honestly,
his credit score go up to 800 out of nowhere.
honestly, you so like
that credit score jumped the fuck up.
He be sitting out there. Honestly, I can see this. He could be sitting out there, and all of a sudden, I think all Spanish people know the sound of a chancleta in the air. Chancleta is a sandal, right? So if that shit you hear,
that's right.
like, oh shit, that's my mom throwing some shit at me, and then you got to matrix the shit out of this motherfucker before it hits you. So
yeah, that
they
alone
would be out there just fucking you
Get
up.
out the car, they probably just run your ass over.
That alone is enough to tell me like, okay, I'll stay away from all that. I think I can avoid.
That's another thing, man.
How would you guys think like your family, your friends, or your family would feel if they found out, like, or what they would do, to help you guys?
If I like, I knew it. Now fuck with you.
All this time,
I feel like ridiculously hyped. So people will be like, yo, there's no way you just smoke. I do. That and some liquor. You feel me? But like, I feel like they would probably be like mind blown. I feel like I just like being cool with people and making people laugh and shit like that. That I'd probably be like, I've seen certain people on dope, bro. It's like, it's so weird, bro. Like, or I had a friend, so he had a little issue and he walked us, so you feel me? I'm not trying to say too much, but he had a little thing going on with him that he got played with, and he was not the same after. He was just like, I don't know what it is, bro. He still seems normal to the point where you can't just call him like out or be like, yo, bro, you're being mad weird. But there's tweaks and little things that he does now that it's like, oh, this is where it's like, damn. And it's not like he enjoyed it and does it all. It was like that one time fucked him up. And he was like, he's a beast. He's cool with his art shit. He's super cool. But after that, it's not the same. So I feel like my parents my mom would just be disappointed.
Yeah.
It would just be like,
she won't find you, and we'll go whoop your ass tampoco.
Nah, because we have a weird relationship. It's not like a kid son. It's more like siblings.
Yeah.
Where like my mom would rather like she'll just tell me kind of like how I fucked up and like where I disappointed her at, but she won't like whoop my ass. I feel like that's worse than that's like for me it'd be hurting a little bit more. Like I'll take an ass up and just walk it off. I have a high pain tolerance, so I'm cool with it.
Telling me how you feel.
Yeah, for real.
Tell me how you feel.
My heart, fuck, just beat my ass.
Yeah, I'll take the whooping.
So that's for me. That's
you have to get emotional in this motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
So that's about it. I feel like it's just disappointment. I feel like she just feel like it's her fault. Yeah. Any parent automatically, like, no matter what you do,
for real.
Like whether you do good or bad, like a parent is just gonna feel like. And the thing is, it's
no matter
like
what your kids
there's
do,
so much influence
like
outside though. Like so I feel like as a parent, especially now with the baby, like I'm now starting to see little things. I don't have the whole like I have my siblings as experience, but it's like a weird like I don't know, bro. It's just I feel like you just automatically feel like, damn, I fucked this up. He's like this because I did this. But there's outside influences. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other shit that we blame ourselves for sometimes that we don't have to, but I feel like that's the main part. She's just gonna be real disappointed and probably feel like, damn, what'd I do?
I was gonna say
what led him to that?
I was gonna say let me flip the question because everyone's a dad here except me. Oh, let's fast forward. Let's say if y'all kids start to smoke some weed, or maybe they got into whatever they got into. How would y'all react? What would y'all do? Let me flip the question.
I could probably start with that. So I feel like I don't know what I consider myself as a type of parent, but I'm gonna be a little bit more open as a parent, or I'm trying to be a little bit more open as a parent.
For sure.
So I can speak about my situations and where maybe I got myself into, going out, hanging out, maybe smoking weed when I was younger and stuff like that, super early on, because maybe my mom would have probably said something, but I figured if maybe I could open up that situation with my son, and if he's gonna go ahead and go do that, I'd rather just be like, I'd rather know what you're doing in my house versus not, right? Yeah. I mean, I hope that never gets into a situation of, crack and because no other parent would, right? But at least I can try to control this type of situation versus him doing it outside and possibly getting himself in trouble. He's gonna do it any fucking way. You know what I mean? But I still can tell him like, I'd rather go, you wait till you get educated and go do whatever it is you need to do. Get your business going or whatever. Go to school, do your thing, and if you want to smoke a little weed after, go ahead, bro. Like, I mean, who's to judge judge you. I mean, right now it's legal everywhere. Well, not everywhere you go, but
most places.
Damn
Most
near.
places,
Definitely
so-
more than half of the states.
I mean, here in Mass, you can go buy something and then let me get a pre-roll.
Like it's a McDonald's.
And,
yeah, for real.
and
Get number 5.
I was saying like.
I was thinking about that
extra
shit, yo.
buds.
Yo,
Extra buds, please.
can you supersize that shit or no? All right, just asking. You do veterans discount? I'm not saying I'm a veteran, but I'm just asking if you do veterans discount just in case you want to give it to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, fuck that. Add a little side order of gummies. Fuck it. I'm cool with it.
All right, Oh, you gonna tax me too?
But I was thinking about that shit the other day too. I was like, damn, I used to be sitting in front of my plug's house, scared as fuck. The cops might cover something. Now I get a receipt and a thank you. Have a good one. That shit is nuts.
Weird lady. I'm gonna take your weed anyway. You seem nice enough. It's just very interesting what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, what about you guys?
I don't know. I feel like I mean, obviously, I'm not super old. You know what I'm saying? I'm 26, but I feel like I've seen like what effects certain drugs have on people and stuff. So I mean, I would definitely try to stop that ASAP. You know what I'm saying? As long I know. I mean, I've done my fair share of smoking weed and edibles and stuff like that. But I feel like I wouldn't be as mad if my kid like opens up to like that being the case. But once he starts saying like cocaine, you know what I'm saying? If he like done cocaine, I'll flip out, bro. I feel
You're gonna be like, yo,
yeah,
why you doing that shit?
I'll definitely, I would definitely like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
put that pressure on him, bro. But
I think if my son was doing some weed, I'll try to get him to stop. But
yeah, hell yeah.
You never know.
I mean, at some point, like you feel. I mean, you see it everywhere. There's so much like you could do for a person, to help them out on certain, addictions or whatever. To where like money in a home isn't enough for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but yeah. I mean, you could only do like as much as you could do for a person, before you realize that there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Man, shit, if it was me, I only get mad at my son if he's not passing the blunt. That's about it.
What I tell you, puff, pass. Fucking
I pay the rent. I take extra puffs. You
know
don't.
what? That's it. To the man cave.
Nah, for me, like, I feel like I'd be upset. You know what I mean? But like, in a way, more like I feel like I'll be more hurt that like he doesn't feel comfortable. Like, if you don't feel comfortable enough to tell me something, or you feel too ashamed to say something, it's like, damn.
It's something
like,
that
I gotta know what's going on. Yeah, because like,
be comfortable, bro. Just tell me how you feel.
That's
bro.
it. Like for me, like I used to smoke when I first started when I was like 13. You know what I mean? Like I know my mom would have a heart attack knowing that. But then it's like as a kid, growing up as like the oldest, having school to worry about, hood. It's like, all right, I'm stressed the fuck out and I'm
This
paranoid
will
as
help
fuck. You feel me? So and it's like
where we lived was pretty crazy.
you feel me? So you got a paranoid, bro. You like the first time I ever seen that house, right? We're driving by and some dude is walking with a big ass hole in his stomach, like he just got stabbed the fuck up.
Oh, damn.
His shirt was ripped. His stomach is like open. Like I'm seeing this nigga's
And he's
lunch.
like,
you feel me?
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Bro, this nigga is yelling at the
Good, Mom.
dude. He's yelling at the dude that just stabbed him. He's yelling at the dude that just stabbed him. Yo, why the fuck you walking off, bitch? Why you walking? He's talking to the dude that just stabbed him.
Oh wow.
So it was like, what's
good.
You know how fast I'll ignore that dude, bro? I'll be like, I'll probably already in the hospital, bro. Like I'll run miles,
Bro.
before I even get to argue with the
so
person that stabbed me.
I grow
bro.
up just like a big paranoia of like I'm aware of everything around me, and that always keeps me on edge. So like I feel like when I smoke, I feel more relaxed. I feel like if my mom would understand that, she would have had less of an issue. But it goes straight to I'm a bad parent.
So do you think there's a difference between like when Spanish parents have, find out you're doing drugs and the way they approach the situation versus like any other culture, you know what I mean? Whether it was black or white or, Muslim, like I talked about the sandal shit before. Like it's like, Spanish parents coming for you.
real.
Do you think there's a difference between when the Spanish parent and like another culture's parent, would reprimand you or whatever?
It's so weird because as you asked that question, I'm over here thinking like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing anymore, because I feel like times are just so much different nowadays. In my perspective, I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like parents nowadays are probably much more cooler with what their kids are doing versus what our parents
allowed
with
with them.
what they were allowed to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I don't know, you guys are parents. I feel like with the things that y'all kids are probably going to end up doing, y'all probably be a little bit more chiller than like what our parents kind of went through with their parents.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's necessarily like I'm sure, I mean, yes, there's definitely a cultural aspect to it. Obviously, there's some cultures that are kind of more strict about what can be done, what can be said, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's also like a generational / like a time thing. I think people are as us as a human, as mankind, I think we're just becoming a little more looser and more like just comfortable with
That
certain
collective
like
consciousness thing.
Yeah, what things used to be a taboo, I think people are just becoming okay with having having an easy conversation with. I mean, perspective, put it this way. Not that long ago, people were not comfortable with talking about like mental health. Now look nowadays, everyone's talking about like
PSA everywhere.
You hear it everywhere.
Even this is mental health, at least for me. You know what I mean?
Prime example. Like that's what I'm saying. Like so, yes, it's a cultural thing, but at the same time, I think times are just changing, and everyone's just like getting a little bit more comfortable with what their kids are gonna be eventually exposed to. That's how I see it.
So going to this methadone mile, you think there's anything to fix it? Like what can be done other than?
So yeah, if we're going back to that, like
and shit?
I mean, I'm not trying to point fingers here, but I think one thing that would help methadone mile, it already entails that the problem is addiction. Period.
Yeah.
I think a big part of why addiction exists is because there's a lot of doctors, and there's two little aspects of it, I guess. Some doctors are easily like willing to just prescribe you like whatever just to get their job done because they have other patients right behind. It's a 15-minute appointment. After you, I gotta see so and so, and after him, I gotta see so and so. You're in pain, toma. Here's a prescription, and that prescription alone, like people don't really know this, and I feel like also like TV and movies like kind of over dramatize it a little bit, but like it really takes that one pill, maybe two. It really takes that one pill to really get you comfortable with that pill.
Yeah.
Like you can be someone who's like, oh yeah, I just got a little dental procedure and my dentist prescribed me Vicodin just for the pain of the tooth being removed. So it's like you take that Vicodin and it really just takes that one little like brain cell to tell you like, oh, I feel good with like that Vicodin. Not only does it help with the pain, but I feel also a little lax. Let me take another one. Yeah. Fast forward, now you're in the methadone mile. So to answer the question, it's kind of like I wish doctors weren't so quick with like prescribing like the hardcore, quote unquote hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
I wish there was more of like a little bit. Let's try this first. Let's try this. Stay away from this until we absolutely need to do this. Cause
the elevation process sounds like the best.
Yeah, because addiction can happen just like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Sex. I don't even like taking. Not even Tylenol no more.
I'm the same way.
I don't take shit.
And I mean,
I hit my blunt and I'm good. I'll wake up later.
I be at home and I be sick with like a cold or whatever, and my parents are like, "Tomate la medicina." I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I really don't want to. Do like I don't want to use this stuff because I feel like I don't need to.
And that's crazy that like
I don't know.
It's ironic. You're somebody that studies it. You know what I mean?
It's ironic.
So you think it's just gonna be tough to fix it? Try to fix that situation there.
Yeah, man. I mean, the main question is how do we battle addiction? And the hardest part about that is like our healthcare nowadays. And I'm answering this from the healthcare perspective, not even from like the therapy or like the the rehab part of it. I'm just approaching this from like the healthcare perspective. From how does one get addicted besides fighting it on the street? Doctors just give it away kind of like it's candy, and pharmacies. I mean, I guess I gotta speak for this state specifically, but like we basically can't say no. Like as the dispensing pharmacist, we basically can't say no. Your doctor said it's cool. There's so many laws that protect a patient and the doctor that says like you can't as a pharmacist.
They know, bro. This is their money, bro. This is their money, bro. This is
and that's part of it. That's a whole different conversation.
Like, bro,
but yeah,
I've literally realized like
it has to do with money.
That's why law has nothing. It does not bug me. Anything you want to try that's supposedly illegal, whatever. I don't believe in none of that shit, bro. I think the laws are just rules for them to make their bread and find a way to like, all right, y'all can't bitch about this because it says it right here on this paper. Like, where before weed was illegal. Oh my God, it's the worst shit ever. It's the same as crack. Put it on the same level. They've been fucking prescribing that shit to cancer patients for a minute because they know what the fuck it really does. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now that they can tax you, now they're like, yo, shit actually isn't that bad, bro. Yeah. Just go to all these other dispensaries that is 97% white, which is the crazy shit for weed, right? But then how much people were getting locked up for it though? Guarantee you was it 97% white?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah, man. Did you know? Fun fact. Did you know that in the state of Massachusetts they consider cannabis or marijuana, cannabis in the same league of cocaine or heroin?
Yeah, they were all federally, bro. That's why
federally, like
right now, bro. That's why it's still not illegal federally, bro.
I know.
If it was legal federally, you could work wherever the fuck you want. Ain't no drug test should be there, but they don't want to do that, bro. Because some states, when this country was made, we think that it's like the states are like part of the same country. No, bro. These guys were different countries. That's why each one has a constitution. Each one has their own House of Representatives. Each one has their own state houses. It's not different fucking states that are the same people. It's different countries in this country. Damn. We just label it states so that way they can have like a reason to keep. Ah, man.
I got so much shit. I don't even want to.
I don't even want to say nothing else, bro.
What God, bro?
Nah, do you? I told you, bro. This is the shit.
This is shit with gay, bro.
We're not hiding nothing, bro. This is the shit.
This is the shit I see on a daily basis. So.
Honest Gabe. Wow, this is interesting.
So is there something we can do? I mean, that's one thing. Doctors is number one. Number two, yeah, the city can do a little bit more with like
government, bro. At the end of the day, bro, y'all want to play like the motherfucking people that should tell people what the fuck to do and how to do shit right. Yeah. Y'all should be okay to fucking grab the people y'all call fucked up and fix them. Y'all did that.
I wonder what happens.
Y'all got
when,
tax
I
dollars.
wonder what happens when their family members get addicted.
Oh, nah. Then it becomes a whole new law of like, yo, no drugs around. Like, make sure you get in the cleanest places. Everybody got to
totally
be
okay
good.
with it last week, motherfucker.
You feel me? Like, even now with the whole, like, fucking, they're going to take away the dollars from the cops and doing all this shit to, like, fix the community. The only shit I've seen is fucking nicer parks and fucking gentrifying shit. That's about it. I don't see no fucking...
Even that, though, takes like 2 years and a half for it to happen, bro. Like,
so there's like... And the crazy shit is,
years.
It's like, we got fucking taxes. I would rather you take my money and instead of paying somebody that's out here just killing people for the fuck of it, to just pay that money to fix somebody. You got fucking all this dollars, they don't need all that shit.
So kind of speaking of that, there's something that came up, and I just want to give you a general sense of what's happening. So they just put a Martin Luther King statue,
I know exactly what
MLK
you're talking
statue
about, bro.
in downtown, and they said it was worth $10 million.
The statue?
The statue itself. Yeah.
they paid that artist like $10 million, bro.
The statue?
Yes, the statue. Apparently, the statue apparently cost $10 million for them to build. Now, I know money doesn't fix everything.
No, it don't, but
would have been better to kind of put $10 million into something else that can help fix
Bro,
the person. Like
The
you're
meth
saying.
mile, bro.
Let's say
It
you
could
said
have been
a
put into
mile.
like some sort of research to like help out the addiction, bro.
Well, I guess
I don't
before
know.
you go, I mean, like,
That's what I think.
So
question, yeah.
I appreciate the gesture, what they're doing over there, but I'm just wondering, like, so if that costs $10 million, what the fuck is $1 million gonna get you, motherfucker?
for real.
Like-
Bro, and no bullshit though, like 10 million, that's a lot of
You don't
money.
get one statue, one person just like this, sideways, $1 million. Like, that costs $10 million?
In
The
a
fuck
year,
is in that motherfucker.
How much is somebody getting paid in a year that's getting paid like just minimum wage or whatever?
The artist, how much he get paid, bro?
I was gonna say,
Is that it goes off to him?
Yeah.
I think so.
Get the
Cause
fuck
that
out
makes
of here.
it.
We about to Google this right now.
hold on.
Yo,
okay.
how much does a person make like if they just work like regular like
I don't know, but
Is
at
it
Stop and Shop, they
like
make
$40,000 a
$16
year?
an hour.
It's like 40,000 a year, something like
I mean,
that.
like an average just
yeah, it's average. Yeah,
40, 50,
40,000, 50,000
if
a
they're in a
year.
good situation. But
A year,
I know
right?
people who work a little less and they just living in a
A year, so it's 50,000 for a year, right? So you're paying, let's say, if it's 2, it's 100,000. So then 10 of them would be like times 10 is 20. So you can pay 20 people off for just a mil. So imagine with the tax dollars, right? However much they fucking build up to pay these fucking cops. If you can pay just at least 20 people to stay in one fucking location that you don't need to make a profit on, it's just for people to come to have rehab to make sure that people are like chilling and making sure that they have a place that it's a place to help. You know what I mean? Why can't we have like, what's the biggest problem for like homeless people? How can you get a job if you can't fucking apply somewhere if you got nowhere to get mail? Now imagine a mailbox for just crackheads where like you can, homeless people or people to try to get a job. Yo, this is a location where like, you know, there's mail that comes for you. You come say your name and then you just keep making sure checking every day.
That's true, though.
You know what I mean? There's ways to do it. It's just we need somebody creative enough to want to do that shit.
That's crazy, though. I never thought of that.
Because these people ain't trying to problem. The
That's like if I'm
politics,
trying to find a job. It's like, where can
the
I send
politics-
your mail? You're like,
you got people with money.
excuse me, sir, what's the address of Methodoma? Excuse me, do you know the address of Methodoma? Is it 2,000 Methodoma?
Yo, real
Is it-
shit.
Is it 1010
200
Methodoma?
Causeway Street. Actually, across TD.
It's true, like,
That way.
Real shit though. Like,
hey, does email count as mailing address? Yeah, that might be real
there's
shit.
so
though,
much
right?
shit, bro. Like, there's ways to
Can my
fix
mail
it.
go to my email?
There's
No.
ways to fix it. We need people that are not scared to want to make a change.
Found it. I was gonna ask that Martin Luther King installment. Is that a temporary or is it like now a part of Boston?
It's in downtown, bro, near the
It's in
grass.
downtown.
'Cause I thought it was just like a because
McDonald's and
MLK,
shit.
you know, just the day just passed
Nah,
by.
bro.
I thought
They
it was.
did it on
I thought it was-
MLK.
Probably did it in celebration of
so it's
that.
not temporary. That's there.
No, that's
It's a
it, bro.
statue.
I appreciate the gesture though, because I mean, to me, it means a lot. It means a lot to me though.
Yeah.
So
It means a lot to me. It's just like, you know, the city's trying to help with you. It's trying to get people together. You know the meaning of it, right? But the $10 million though, bro.
I see it as like I do get
That
the
could have went to
gesture.
the schools who definitely need a lot of fucking help. Not
real.
just the methadone mile.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean?
I do get.
you know, what's it called? My
I
initial
mean, can we
thought,
just
though-
have a statue of him just standing up somewhere?
That's what I'm saying. I get
$1 million?
I get the gesture.
¿Me entiende?
But my shit is like, if you go all around the city and I do my I do my driving around and going to like these historical sites and all this other shit, y'all have no problem sharing people that could potentially been these complete slave owners that did a bunch of wild shit to Indian people when they first pulled up, and then on top of that, the African people after. And y'all have no problem standing behind, why we have this statue? Because this person was significant. Da, da, da. Do the same shit with Martin Luther King. Y'all can't do a black man. Y'all can do a little statue, a hand, or whatever the fuck of two people like hugging, which is just one arm on one arm.
Salmon arm.
It's like, bro, why don't we just start representing? That's what I was talking about the shit last time about the slavery thing. Like, we have statues of people that finally realized years and hundreds of years later that fucking slavery was bad, and then we fucking put their names up everywhere. What about the people that were fighting before they made it cool to like not like slavery, like that we called rebels, and that we called like that they called people that were like disobeying this government before it became the government? Why don't we acknowledge the people that get massacred? And you know what I mean? That's why America's where it's at. It's never gonna get fixed if we're just gonna sweep shit under the rug and just, well, it's okay because I said sorry. No, do something. Sorry didn't help me.
Nah, man.
Sorry didn't help my kid.
Yeah.
Yo, but check this out though. I found a fun fact real quick. I didn't know this, but it says Boston was the city which King's parents, which is Martin Luther King's parents, met in the 1950s.
I believe it. That's crazy.
I think he was
How'd
locked
they
up
meet
here
in the
too, though.
1950s?
He was locked up here too in Bunker Hill.
Crazy. That is crazy.
That is why. So I guess that's why they kind of picked the location. It doesn't really say if he got.
Oh,
paid
they don't
the
have
$10
one
million.
anywhere else in the world?
I don't know.
Or in the U.S., other than probably like Atlanta. He was from Atlanta.
No, they probably do. They probably, and probably where he died at too. I think in Memphis.
Most likely.
Where'd that $10 million go?
But to the person who did
Just
it?
to the artist? Like,
Well, did that
you know
go
what
in
I'm saying?
installments, or was
I'm
that
just
one
saying,
straight
like,
payment? No, sir.
Because it's like, you got to think about it, because also, on the other hand, it's kind of like someone had to have approved, like, yes, we are going to put this in the city of Boston. Who was that person?
Yeah.
And did they pay who paid that $10 million?
Oh, us. I mean, I would say us, the
think so?
taxpayer. I mean, who
And
else
then no,
would
I think
pay?
it's like, I know you
I'm not
just
going to
do
work no more. And like,
Why don't you
No,
do
no,
a
I mean, what do you mean? I just put that statue over there. $10 million. I mean, what the fuck? That's my statue. I paid for them titties. I mean, that statue.
It's some wild shit, bro. It, like exactly what you're saying, Coco, too. It's a bigger picture. Like, there's somebody that drew this shit out. Where your house is set up, the way the streets are set up, the way there was this one. I was watching. So I'm not religious, but I dabble in listening to all types of religions. And I was listening to this one dude. He was kind of like, he's Muslim, and he was pretty much saying like the same way that every invention has a creator behind it. Us as humans, we're inventions, and we have a creator behind us, type shit. And then it was like when he said like the whole like everything that's created has everything that's made has a creator. And you start thinking about even your streets, even like all this shit. This isn't like, it's not, concrete isn't natural. You make that shit and then you put that shit on the floors. This is all dirt is real natural. You know what I mean?
So we're actually gonna play a game with you. It's called This or That.
yes, sir.
So you can only pick one thing that you can have for the rest of your life.
I have to pick.
Yeah, you have to pick. You know what I mean?
I don't think Gabby was a part of this writing, but this shit's hilarious, bro.
I'm ready. I'm here.
Like,
about to
so
laugh,
you
bro.
I'm here for
We
it.
don't have much of it, but it's like you have to pick this or that. You have to pick one or the other. Like, you can only have for the rest of your life, and you can have the other one no matter what. Like, you know, so if tomorrow you pick this, that's all you're gonna wear. This or that,
What's
for
the first
example.
one?
That make sense?
Yeah, give me an example. What's the first one looking like?
Jean shorts or turtlenecks.
I can keep.
So you can wear a turtleneck and no pants, no underwear, nothing else for the rest of your life, or just jean shorts, and you're just gonna be just chilling for jean shorts for the rest of your life.
And
And this is it. Like, this is like all you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
so it's you pick one, and it's the absence of the other. Is that what you're saying? Like turtleneck, and I'm naked.
Yep, right, yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Got straight
dick is
turtleneck.
Out.
Oh, yeah.
Dick is out. They're gonna tell your turtleneck, not
turtleneck.
your dick, but because you have a turtleneck on.
Turtleneck. Stop. Turtleneck. Turtleneck. I'll be nice and warm.
That's right. His wong is all out. His dick is all out. Okay.
Yeah, turtleneck.
Yeah. Okay. What about you guys?
I can keep warm. All right. What about you guys?
Coco's gonna explain to me, like, you know what, fuck it.
I'm picking jean shorts, bro.
Jean shorts, yeah.
I say the same shit.
Yo, animals out there biting on your shit.
Nah,
This man
yo,
just wearing,
we
he's
live in
wearing
Boston,
a t-shirt.
bro. It's
with his
cold.
dick out.
We live in Boston. It's cold. Don't judge.
It's cold in Boston. He wearing a turtleneck and another turtleneck. You wearing two turtlenecks. Yeah, you got two turtlenecks?
Hey, that's how you stay warm.
Hey,
That's how you stay warm. But at least, because I feel like when I'm cold, it's usually like my hands. So I feel like I'm colder up here than I am down here. So I feel like if I was like permanently like just like pantless, I think I'd be okay.
All right, cool.
I can't.
So that breeze hit your nuts and all that. I'm about to be heated.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Why'd I do that? You gonna try to stress that
over it.
Try to stress that turtleneck down. Okay, now Oakland trying to avoid it too. Okay, like, all right, next question.
Shorts.
Oh, you saying?
Yeah, shorts. I want to protect my junk.
I think I'd be okay.
I gotta protect my junk and shit, you know what I'm saying? Random shit coming out and bite you.
For
You wearing a
real,
shirt,
bro.
man, you going to sleep? Something gonna bite you.
Yo,
shit. Something
what?
gonna bite you,
A
bro.
hawk fly by, that shit like a
Not in
worm?
shorts, homeboy.
How often does a hawk fly by you?
It ain't about how often, it's about it has to happen once, bro. That That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
is that a worm? No, sir.
For real, bro. That's it.
Okay, so okay, the next one is Biden or Trump.
Ooh, for the rest of your life though.
So it is the rest of your life.
Oh, this shit
So like,
sucks.
if he's like, if one of them has to be the president for the
Yeah.
rest of your life,
Who would it be?
Rest of my life,
bro.
So
I'm automatic, bro. I'm picking Trump. I'm sorry, I had to jump in there, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm picking Trump,
At
bro.
least he's real, I guess.
the rest of my
Yo,
life.
that's lifetime.
Tough.
I'm picking Trump, bro. I don't care.
Like, I'm not even gonna get into politics because first and foremost, I'm not even the greatest person to ask politics about. But if I was just to pick off rip, yo, low key,
Oh wow, Trump. Is that Trump? Capital T.
like, are you saying I'm voting? Like, I'm putting the ballot down?
You're picking you're picking the dictator.
For the rest of your life.
You're picking
this
the
one
dictator,
vote,
bro. It's
this
over
one
with.
vote counts for you to have that president for the rest of your life, bro.
You are the vote of the majority of the Americans, bro. That's it.
Oh shit, we're gonna get fucked by all these
picking
Spanish
Biden.
motherfuckers.
Nah, I'm picking
Biden, okay.
Biden. Nah, because at the end of the day, anyways, I don't know if I want to get too into it. But at the end of the day, it's like, who is he really gonna support? At the end of the day, if it's long term, the rest of your life.
Who?
When we're in space, who do you think is gonna support you?
Who?
Him or him? I picked. I don't know about you.
Bro.
He gonna pick.
Who you got, Gabby?
I don't know, yo. I'm nervous.
Bro, I'm picking. I don't care, bro.
It's like, yo, like I just hate both of them, and it's like, fuck.
I mean,
my thing is like with Trump though, like I know what to expect from you. You feel me? Like
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's predictable, bro.
But then like you got someone like Biden where it's like
That don't even know how to finish a sentence,
I'm
bro.
not gonna
He's
lie,
over
bro.
here like,
Yo, forgetting people's
fuck all
birthdays.
that. Even when he does talk, bro, it be scaring the shit out of me. Like I feel like it's like your doctor knows you're about to fucking die, but he walks up to you saying like, "Can't wait for you to get out this bed," but knowing you ain't gonna get out that bed, bro. Like, bro, what are you telling
he
me
starts
right
talking
now?
about his lunch after that. Like,
real,
nobody
bro.
asked you, bro.
Like,
It's like-
I don't know,
I
bro.
had the hell out of this lobster roll.
It be just scaring me. Like I don't know who I would pick. Like
figured it
I
out.
would say Biden just because like I know how he presents himself.
Okay.
But like and Trump don't give a fuck. And then it's like at some point you might grow the nuts just be like, you know what? Fuck niggas too. You know what I mean? I don't know. Biden is gonna try to be fake friends to try to look nice. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
What the fuck?
This is why it's hard.
You gotta think about these niggas. Like, bro, politics.
man.
Look, politics has nothing to do with how good you actually are with money. It has nothing to do with how nice you are to actual people. Politics, bro, is literally like, how can I sound like I'm not an asshole knowing I am? That's it.
Trump didn't do too well with that.
or who's more of a clown than the other one,
He
pretty
didn't
much.
do too well with that.
The one that look like he got makeup on all the time.
I was gonna say
Weird hair.
My son said that he's so orange. So orange. I'm like, okay.
They look like a talking orange, bro. It's like a tangerine ass.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is why it's hard for me. This is legit, realistically, and I don't know if y'all gonna agree, but it's like, who got me stimulus checks? But hold on. Watch this. But who has kept the student loans frozen? Damn it.
This guy's stopping me from going broke.
So
This
his
guy helped
answer's
me not
Trump.
be broke.
His answer's Trump then. His answer's
I think
Trump.
so.
Right? They're both right here.
Damn.
You know how like people get like an angel
Who
and a
got you
devil
the extra $600?
and the 1,200 and the other. Yo, it's a couple rounds,
All these
bro.
bonuses a goddamn month when I was still
Yo,
working, busting
wait, Trump
my
was
ass.
here.
No
Trump was
bonus
like-
for me though. Goddamn.
Trump was over here like,
Fuck.
send out the checks. Biden's like, you know what? People are
could've
still
stayed
sick,
my
but
ass
like,
home.
let's try to save some money back here.
Ain't that some?
He's like, it could wait.
I don't know, bro. This shit is.
All right, so okay, next one.
Wait, yo, open this.
Okay, mochinche.
Hey, all right, guys.
Damn,
Next question.
I almost got you though, bro. These motherfuckers alert. This motherfucker's alert. I almost got you. I was trying to walk away. Like, okay, next question. This is a hot seat, motherfucker.
You ever seen Homer come out the bushes and try
Okay,
to go back
I'm just
in?
gonna go Biden. Unfortunately, he's gonna die, but you know, I'm gonna go Biden, and
You know, man.
he got
hold on.
Kamala Harris afterwards. I don't know.
You seen Biden singing "Happy Birthday"? I think it was to like Martin
Yo, he
Luther
totally
King's
forgot,
niece or
bro.
Some shit.
He totally forgot.
Bro, he said a completely different name, bro. He was he was like, you know, something about Joe
stuttered.
Biden is that everybody in the
Yeah.
family we sing happy birthday to them. So he started singing happy birthday, bro. He said the completely wrong name, bro.
He didn't actually say the name. He like, so
He
like,
mumbled.
happy
Yeah, he
birthday. Let's
mumbled.
say it's Kevin's birthday.
like,
Happy birthday, happy birthday to motherfuckers. Like, this motherfucker forget like, what the fuck just happened to this dude? Yo, somebody should be out there like the movie Shrek with this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, watch the movie Shrek and motherfuckers like applause. You know, like they have different names. Like, yo, that's fucking her name. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody out in the crowd just like,
There's no saving. There's no saving this old nigga, bro.
no,
It's
there's
done. Let's do
But
this.
we got Kamala, but I haven't seen her though. It's
And y'all
it's
still
so
picking Biden,
weird.
bro. That's crazy. Y'all still picking Biden.
I know. I'm sorry because I'm thinking he gonna pass away and Kamala gonna take the throne. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
You know, but like that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah,
the
bro,
other
I'm not gonna
ones-
lie, bro. I don't know. I've only lived in Democratic states. I know how Democrats move. I know how to survive it.
Yeah.
Republican states, bro, and the mentality that Trump was on. As a
I
person,
appreciate you being honest with me.
Nah,
So
the
I
thing
mean,
is-
I like people being honest with me. That way I don't fuck with you.
You feel
know
me?
what I'm saying?
And as a
Like, okay,
person,
I know,
too,
I know you, so I'm not gonna even talk to you, or whatever.
I
So-
can't judge you off of another person's opinion. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
You had a bad experience with somebody. I can't just be like, oh, you're a dick. What if you would have did some shit that I just didn't see? You know what I mean? Like, I can't judge off certain things, but with Trump, like the things that I did see, he's like, I'm
good.
done.
Yeah.
Biden
At least
really,
I know who the
Biden's
person
team really tries their best to keep him not looking racist, bro.
Yeah, he
Bro,
probably-
that's the
You
key
know them
word,
bills,
bro.
bro?
Try their best. They can't get
Nah,
away
real
from
shit.
it, bro. This dude is.
But they literally couldn't do it with Trump at all. That's the thing. Like, them niggas they were damn near having to stand next to this nigga at his speeches. First of all, guys, we're building the wall. Trump, no, we're not. We're not doing it yet. Like, they're gonna have to have somebody
That's
there.
one
all
of
the
his
time.
perks, though. He thinks out loud. What do we do? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
We gotta have to bring him.
Hey, we said some
Shit.
shit.
We have to bring him.
We got to.
Thinks out loud.
Fair to say.
See, I'm cool with
We
men.
gonna bring Trump? Is that
I'm
what
cool.
you're
With, I'm cool with men thinking out loud. You just can't tell
Stay
people.
tuned.
Stay tuned. Next episode, Trump is here. Oh shit, presidential. All right, so the next one.
Wow, they start making us fucking interview
Next one?
presidential people.
I got the
Don't
next
do
one.
that.
This or
I got
that.
two more. I got the next one is Speedos or tube tops.
What the fuck is a two-top?
The shit that women's wear just a top. I mean, I guess you know much about it. I guess
I ain't gonna lie.
Speedos.
I'm throwing on a speedo.
Speedos.
Yeah, I feel like that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be realistic.
But you can move it down. You can
they don't
shift
want to
it
wear
down.
them either.
No, but you can shift it down and it covers the shit, right? And keep you warm, keeps you junk.
But you can say
warm.
the same thing about the turtleneck. I can just be like, "Krakatang," and then I'm covered.
Right? Like,
You put it like a diaper, I guess.
I'm picking two top.
Ah,
Yeah, I think I'm picking
balls
two top.
out.
Just for that reason, bro. You can just slide that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And I got
Just for
tits, bro.
that
I'm a
reason.
bigger dude, bro. So you know my shit, bro. Sometimes
You're gonna sit
certain
weird.
move-
Just
y'all
for
don't
that
see it
reason.
because I'm in a shirt, bro. But certain movements, them shits be swinging, bro. I want to keep them shits, you know, nice
Tie them
and
shit-
tight,
tie
bro.
them shits up?
Yeah, just a little bit. And whenever I want my junk like covered, I'll just fucking. Swoop.
I just want
you
to
go.
keep them with me, dog. Fuck out of here.
So
Keep them
turtleneck.
together. Turtleneck.
When you're
Turtleneck is-
Nah, two top for sure, and jean shorts. That's my pick.
Yeah, what's the next one?
Well, you didn't pick.
Fuck with you. I was trying to do it. You did.
How the fuck?
you said Speedos, right? Why not?
Yeah, I might have to pick Speedos. I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
gonna
I'm
lie,
up
bro.
with Speedos too.
That two-top shit, I don't know, bro.
I'm just kidding.
You guys are weird. All I gotta say is just like
I don't know how
I
it's
want
gonna
my
look,
junk
bro.
safe.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no matter what happens, I would just
Bro,
want
but
my
the two
junk
top
safe.
is optional.
What the what?
It's optional. You can either have it on your tits or not.
Nah, bro, nah.
Yeah,
Because
nah, but you can slide like I.
'Cause
like,
if we talking like
you were the
this-
one that mentioned it, bro. You was like, you can
I'm not gonna
slide
lie.
it down to your.
I know, but I didn't say
not-
you. I tell you to get like it.
I'm picking it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Two top.
You know what I mean? I was just saying. I didn't tell you to pick it.
I'm thinking about it now. Like, now I kind of want to go back on my other answer. I wouldn't want to wear jean shorts. I would wear a turtleneck. I could take that shit off and just put it on in front of my dick.
Nah, but you can't like.
But nah. No
You
option.
already.
You can't
fucking
tell me.
Made an option.
You can't tell me.
You decided already. You can't change.
Nah,
it.
but I'm saying though, like if I knew,
I just
In real life, you
if
already
I,
made your
if I
option.
knew I was able to like,
You know,
take my
like you're
shit
done.
off.
Like you can't come back. And
with
try
the
to
two
change
top,
it.
I just feel like quítame esto. Like I just want to take it off. Like, I feel like it's gonna bother me after a while.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking, like, if I knew that before we were able to just like tweak our options up, I would just.
Hey, man,
tweak it, you feel
you
me?
know.
But if we
Now
do
you
it,
know for next time.
we gotta stand on it. So nah, you either keep it on your titties or you gonna get speedos.
Perspective. How many girls want to be like, I just want to take this bra off. I want to take this shit off. Like I don't want this shit on
Okay,
me. Like,
that makes sense though.
He's,
2 steps ahead.
2 steps ahead.
that nigga's in 2040. Make him president.
The next one is, or the last one is deodorant or lotion.
Deodorant.
You can walk around. Ashley is a motherfucker though.
Man,
Well, you light skin though, so it doesn't matter to me.
Respectfully, deodorant.
Respectfully. Nah, I need lotion. I can wash my armpits whenever, wherever.
nah, I think I'm using
Right?
it.
Yeah, lotion is for sure. Yo, bro, you can even lose lotion as a deodorant, bro. Some of them smell good. Some of them smell good, bro.
I never. That sounds like some hood shit
For
though.
a reason.
That sounds like some hood shit though. Like,
It don't matter. All right, but you can shower.
doesn't it like no, Baba,
if you-
Papa.
all right, okay,
Papa,
but-
you can use lotion también para armpit, Papa.
If you really stink,
You
you
know,
can
that sounds
shower
like some
though.
hood shit. Like, nah, that motherfucker right.
Nah, check this out.
Yo, damn.
That shit
If
work
you really stink, shower.
Your armpits smell like.
There's no other option for lotion, bro. How you gonna moisturize yourself?
Nah, nigga, fuck.
mean?
I was,
You gonna lick the
Outta
shit
here.
out
That
of
That's
your
just gonna be even drier than whatever it originally was, bro.
that stank, bro. Like you gotta sit with that stank, nigga. Like
You're gonna have that saliva stink all over you,
Bro,
bro.
that's everywhere.
You're gonna have that nasty.
He licked his armpit. You know how long it's gonna take you to lather up for like to lick your whole fucking body?
Bro,
You can deodorant.
I'll look at
You can deodorant.
Yeah, you know what I tell niggas?
Fuck.
I'll just
Like he's like, okay, fine, you did that, so that's the fuck. You
Hit that
all day.
Yo, bro.
degree.
10 minutes later, that nigga look like a chalkboard. Bro.
I won't even do
Yeah,
shit.
wow.
I wouldn't even do shit. I'll just tell niggas like I vitiligo. I say fuck that.
Vitiligo.
That ain't ass, bro. I got vitiligo, bro. You gonna make fun of me,
Oh,
really?
man.
Have the lav picks lotion. I mean, no, yeah. What?
I got lotion.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
Lotion.
fuck
Pick deodorant, bro.
No, I think you
I ain't
got
trying to have my nose hairs burned, bro, from the stank just chilling on me, bro, all day.
That's crazy.
Cause it's
Bro, but you gonna be heated at your own breath, nigga. That's like you gonna lick. Bro, what if you ate like some ill ass onions, bro? You like, damn, I'm ashy. Let me lick
Yeah,
my
what
shit.
about if you had some
You gonna be
Funyuns?
smelling like onions the whole day, bro. That's just not.
I don't know. This,
What are you gonna do different?
I ain't gonna lie. I like this topic, bro.
I feel like,
This is legit.
I feel like the lotion thing,
like-
bro. Like, what are you gonna do? What?
This
you
or that.
sweating
I
that
like
out,
this
bro.
topic. I
You
like this
sweating out that
topic.
lotion, bro. That shit is not gonna stay there the whole day.
You also gotta consider like all.
limited amounts of it, bro. It's like
A little amount of lotion.
you have unlimited amounts of lotion, bro.
and
You're
at night-
always
at
not
night,
not
at night
ashy,
you can use
bro.
a lotion.
I mean,
you know why you can
technically-
use a lotion and shit?
And I got eczema, bro. Why would I not pick lotion, bro? That shit is nuts, bro. Like, come on.
You got lotion, son.
Everybody got their purposes. Fuck it.
No, you gotta think about all
I
your
can't burn my
interactions.
nose, bro. I can't, bro. I'm cool with looking ashy, bro, because I'll just thug that
cool
shit
with looking
out.
ashy?
I'm
That's,
cool
what
with
I, that's
it.
what I was gonna say. I was like, think
I'm
about
cool with
all
it.
your interactions.
I'm
Who's
cool
more
with
likely
it.
to be like, oh, his elbows are ashy versus este apeta? Like,
Yo, you know how
I'm telling you,
niggas gonna be
water.
like,
no, este apeta's gonna be
this
talked
nigga
about more
stink,
often
bro.
than yo.
Like,
Who's
No,
too
but
ashy?
no,
Real.
but
And if
water.
you- and if you
Water, you can
sweating
still
hot-
take a shower.
I'm
and
not
look
wrong.
at This.
Fuck that. I'm not
What are you
wrong.
guys talking about?
Real, like y'all
all
act
that
like y'all
liquor
take a
shit.
shower once every 2 days.
I'm not
bro.
talking
What's
about
going
like
on?
caveman style. I'm not saying you can't still take a shower.
No, I know you can take a shower, but
Wipe
you talking
your
about
ass.
like your day, bro. Like after you done with your shower, you gotta go out in real life. You gotta
No,
sweat.
I think you gotta lotion up your armpits.
You gotta sweat, bro.
So you can go all day, no deodorant. Así, toda.
Me right now?
Yes.
Most likely not. But I'm just saying I'm gonna deodorize.
hypothetical?
I'm gonna deodorize with my lotion. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna
Hey,
deodorize my
I
lotion
respect.
spots.
I respect
crazy.
everybody's side. Fuck
Okay,
it.
Tavi.
I'm cool with
All
my deodorant, bro. I
So,
ain't trying to burn.
Okay,
bro.
actually,
jar
Larry,
talk?
yeah. So you know, we're gonna go do some jar talk now. This is at the time in the podcast where we're gonna do some jar talk, and we're just gonna pick some questions out of the jar, and we're just gonna answer it. And because we have the man of the hour here, he's gonna start with the answer. I mean, with the question, and hopefully answer it. Why are you cheating, man? He's supposed to pick.
I can read it.
Shit, really?
Want me to read it? I'll read it.
Yeah, you can read it.
Hey, you picked it.
He's cheating over here.
Let me see what this say. Record.
I thought that was just for last episode.
God, then they got an
We're
essay.
gonna keep it going forward.
I thought that was my thing.
Oh, hey, man. Next
Kevin's
time,
like, that was
when you
last
leave-
time. Fuck that.
Yo, when you leave, give this motherfucking man
I thought it was
the
a
jar
two. I
back.
thought it was a
I didn't say
two-part question.
permanently.
It says, when y'all hear a musician say, "I sacrificed so much to get here," what do you think they mean?
Is that the question?
That's the
Drugs.
question. When y'all hear a musician say, "I sacrificed so much to get here," what do you think they mean? I don't know. That's tricky because you.
That's so many.
Oh, wasn't it like the that I sold my soul or something?
Probably.
Or nah, is it just like sacrifice?
sacrifice something.
I sacrificed.
So like that could either mean like family, you
Yeah.
know, a place they lived in, or you know something that they sacrificed, like their favorite freaking pet or some shit. I don't know.
No, I would think. I think.
He got this fat goldfish and said, for the
So
love of fame,
I think it's
flush, R.I.P. Dolphin.
I think it's more like. So actually, I was watching an interview on Weezing the other day on. I think it was Molucco. Shout out to Maluco, he's doing his thing. So it was more, he was talking about like he actually sacrificed so much when he was in the music. So birthdays, his child growing up,
Yeah.
you know, like you miss so much in the music industry because you're so caught up in trying to follow the money that you miss so much and you sacrifice that situation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, kids growing up, going to parties, you know, being there for his first toothache, his teeth falling out, or, you know, he hurt himself the first time, helping him ride his bike. You know, the essential things
Yeah.
that a father would be, but you would miss it unless your significant other records or whatever. But it's not the same.
Yeah,
thing.
no, it's not the same as
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, I feel like when I think to me. They sacrifice their life with the significant other, the kids. I mean, hopefully if you do music, you don't have shit. That way you don't have to worry about too much.
That's the shit,
But
yeah.
the other point is that most musicians have their situation already, and then they sacrifice almost like wearing like the horse, whereas the blinders are not looking left or right,
Yeah.
and they're just going straight for their goal. But are they being selfish
Yeah.
to follow their goal versus, you know, like leaving your family behind, but I mean, hoping that you make it big and help them out and whatever the case may be. And hopefully you get, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. I don't know. What do you-
I
don't know.
personally, I was gonna say, I personally, like, if it's based on that theory, then I personally do not see it as selfish, because most of the people that do that are actually doing it for a better future in terms of like, you know, grandkids, you know, great grandkids or whatever. But at the moment, it may be perceived as that, because like you said, you're missing a lot, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you when your kid first walks, for example, or their first like day at school or whatever. And yeah, I mean that shit is tough, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I definitely give them props, bro, because I don't think personally, I don't think I'll be able to be so far away from my family.
So he was talking about like, I miss like, I don't know, something like maybe like his daughter's sweet 15 or something. I don't know, whatever the fuck, like shit like that.
Nah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's true.
Like you miss so much.
Like
shit,
important,
like,
like
you gotta think about it. Nah, real shit is like, yo,
first communion,
you gotta do
whatever.
touring number one is like nuts. You gotta go from Boston today. Like we're here in Boston right now, and then fucking by tomorrow you're in fucking Philly. Then you're in New York. Then you're in fucking Canada. Then you're in fucking.
What day is tomorrow?
Yeah, 2 days later you gotta be in fucking California. So it's like touring is crazy.
Yeah.
But my thing is like I feel like the industry is structured in a way where it's like, all right, we gotta keep people fucked up. You know what I mean? Where it's like this dude named Russ. Russ has found a way, bro, to keep his masters. He got into a 50-50 deal, which a lot of motherfuckers usually.
I think I listened to some of his music.
Which a lot of people usually get 20, 80, 15, fucking 85, whatever, and it's always going the label's way. He found a way to partner with a label, keep all his 300 songs that he dropped before away from them in the contract.
Yeah.
So this dude is bringing up his clout, being signed to these guys, doing this shit or whatever. But more of the story is he got to the point where he has so much money that now he just goes around with his friends. As like when he goes to tour, he uses it as like a vacation.
Oh,
We're going to Dubai. I'm about to perform. Yo, let's enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's what we on, bro. Like even anything I do.
I heard Bad Bunny has like 90 to 10.
That's nuts.
Like I'm like I never heard that. And then like, it was like legit. I think it was like I don't know if it was on.
He is raping his.
No, but the thing about rape. Okay. Anyway.
Oh damn! I didn't know about that. God damn it!
No, he said that he got raped.
No, because he raped the label. He's taking they shit. Like, bro, there's not a lot of artists that can do that. And the amount of money that he's making right now.
Yeah.
You know how much? You know how crazy
Killing
global.
it.
Yo, Drake just shouted him out on something like it's only us two doing these type of numbers. Drake is shouting him out. Drake is shouting him out because he knows damn well.
What he
Brain's a
say?
little higher
Bad
than
Bunny's
that.
numbers, nigga.
It's a robbery.
It's a robbery.
It's a
yeah.
robbery. And it's dead ass. Bad Bunny numbers. It's a 90-10. There's motherfuckers that have been doing this shit.
But that
20.
shit was crazy. I was
There's
like,
people doing.
whoa,
I believe
what?
it. Birdman, when he first started, I think his first deal that he got was 20.
Every time somebody says bird, I just imagine.
He had
Why is
80-20.
every time Oakland, you say bird, Oakland says brr. Go ahead.
Yeah, 80-20 when he first started, Birdman and Cash Money.
80-20
Off rip, because they were making millions independent without the label touching.
Wow.
So label's like, yo, you know what? I'll take even a little 20% out of that little million you're making every other day.
Wow.
Dog, there's people that got that leverage, bro. It's just, like we said, you could sacrifice, and it is going to take that at some point. But at some point, you got to know, like, how to just maneuver and structure shit. You got responsibilities. Like you were saying, there's being selfish, but there's also being responsible. Like, you know what I mean? I got a son. If I just only do my dream and, like, not care about him and be like, yo, fuck working, fuck everything, like, that's not selfish, technically, but what about my son who's responsible for him? Who's gonna pay for that? So you gotta know what you got. You got responsibilities, and then you got what you gotta chase.
Juggle the shit out of it. The best
Real
you can,
shit.
right?
Yeah, it's a balance. I mean, pretty much to answer the question is basically like, yeah, did they have to sacrifice to get to where they are? Yeah, no, of course. Like, I'm pretty sure, I feel like we all can apply to that. Like, me personally, I remember like missing these birthdays, these X, Y, and Z's because I had to study, because I had to pursue my career, whatever. This applies to pretty much everyone. You kind of have to sacrifice, and it's not necessarily selfish. It's just you got to do what you got to do to get to where you want to get to, and if that's considered the people, I feel like the people who consider that as selfish is the people who you probably don't even rock with. Because if that's their perspective on what you're doing, then they probably don't understand what you're going through.
Dogs.
Period.
I mean, it makes sense too. Like my grandfather died when I was in college, and I didn't go to Puerto Rico to bury him. But like it was kind of like I met him. Like and I spent time with them. But anyway, what's the second question?
Let's go. And these say.
You gave your point on the. You gave your point on the.
The sacrificing. Yeah. I spoke about it a little bit. Hey, where were you, bro?
Nah, bro. I'm
in
here.
the clouds. This was like.
I'm here. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
All right. These say, has anyone thought about living somewhere else or another country? You know what's funny? A lot of my close friends, a lot of like my super close friends, I'd be like, yo, y'all trying to stay in Massachusetts the rest of your life? And they're like, hell no, I'm trying to live. I'm trying to go to Cali. I'm trying to go to blah. I'm like, but I'll miss you. Because to me, like I feel like I've been here my entire life. I never seen myself like moving out because I feel like Boston is just my home. I know the streets. I can go to any city in Boston and figure out my way home. Even if I'm lost, I can probably most likely figure out my way back home. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you know a place like that, that's home.
Yeah.
The definition of home to me is like you love it. Like you can be going through the worst things in life, and it's like at the end of the day, that's your home. So you know it like at the back of your hand. So it's like. how can I leave this place that
Yo,
I
that's
grew
it.
up with, that I grew up in, that I struggled with,
Yeah.
that I was the most successful in? How can I just leave this place? But some people just be like, nah, hell no, I'm about to go to Jersey next week. Like, I'm about to move out. I'm like, how? What? You're gonna start over from scratch? You're gonna get a new job? Yeah, my job got me lined up. I'm like, but home. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you're about to leave me.
I think it's always good. I think it's always good to try new shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I've never done it though. Like, I'm originally from Puerto Rico, come here to Boston, and I kind of pretty much lived my whole life here. But there's maybe sometimes a better lifestyle somewhere else that people are always looking into. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little easier living somewhere else, and maybe the expense is not that much, so you can enjoy the better things of life instead of. I mean, I'm from Boston, and all it is just work.
Yeah.
You know, back home, work. Somebody's party, work. Somebody's party. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, I want to be able to maybe, I mean, it's hard to say, you know, make good money, have a low, you know, home that doesn't cost too much, and then just enjoy life more, man. Like, but I don't know. But I think somewhere at some point I would like to move out of Boston.
What would be the dreams for?
Down south.
so
For me, bro, down south, bro.
Like, you got a specific
Where the
state?
snow is like non-existent, bro. I hate shoveling, bro.
But just kind of like what he
hurricanes
said.
and
For real. I'd rather take that, honestly, bro.
So earlier he said like his home is Boston. So I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
You are
So my
right
home
back-
is probably
right back to
Puerto
the
Rico.
football.
I don't feel home in Boston, though I like Boston. Yes. Did I spend a lot of my time here? Yes. Like, but I feel like
Home is home.
home is home, right? So when you go, I don't know how you guys feel, but when I touch that fucking island, bro, off that plane, bro, to me is a beautiful feeling.
That humidity feels different, bro. That
You know what I
shit.
mean? To me, like to me, I can't get enough of Puerto Rico, right?
Nah,
There's
that's
so
true,
many
that's
beautiful
true.
things in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, but maybe because you were kind of originally like from here, this is what you know. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know a lot of shit about here, but like I know, but the health care in Puerto Rico is a little different, and the list goes. Now there's fucking earthquakes, bro. Like, what the fuck is happening? And now I just heard this fucking alligator. Supposedly, some fucking people they have alligators and they can't take care of alligators, and they're just fucking throwing them.
That's what
And
it
next
is,
thing
bro.
You
It's
know,
people-
they're in rivers, and you're like, bro, I'm just trying to just hang out the river without a fucking crocodile by my ass. This is new shit that I just heard. I'm like, what? Like,
That's what it is. It's just irresponsible, like, you know,
yeah.
pet owners that want to just be like, yo, fuck it, instead of like
I mean,
donating it to a zoo or something.
my situation, I kind of want to get out and kind of explore, just try something new. But it might not be Puerto Rico, but you know, there's always Florida or Texas, Florida, Texas, or some shit.
Texers.
Like, what the
Texers.
fuck? Texers. I don't know, but I definitely want to try it. But I mean, have you ever thought about living in a different country though? Like living in like Europe and like, you know, I mean, living in the U.S. you kind of feel. I mean, I don't know, but I feel kind of like, oh, I live in the U.S. I feel kind of proud because I live in the U.S. You know, but like you going somewhere else and living in like Italy, what would you think people would feel about you?
Yuck, American.
Americano.
I don't know. I mean, I there's one. I don't know about living there, bro, but there's one culture that always catches my eye, bro, and that's New Zealand. Like you see their culture, bro. Like,
mad random.
yeah, well, nah,
That's
because
crazy.
the only reason I say that is because they're proud as hell. Like they proud as fuck as like for their culture, bro. Like I don't know if you probably seen them, bro, and like all their sports and stuff. Like they always do the little mantra, whatever it's called, like with their tongue out, like
Oh, is that New Zealand?
yeah, that's New Zealand, bro.
The dudes that
Yeah.
look like a little Hawaiian?
The niggas with the hot breath.
I forgot. Yeah, it's not Hawaiian. Nah.
Samoans, Hawaiians.
Yeah, there's all different
I
types.
seen
of,
that
like,
shit. I'm like, oh, that's just dope.
It's kind of fire, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So like, I know they're connected in a way. So like, I don't know. I like to feel connected to like the people, but I don't know about moving there because I don't know much about. But I did hear though that New Zealand, like they pretty much have all seasons. So like the further south you go, then you get like snow and all that shit because you're closer to like Antarctica or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool about it. So like the further north you go, then you're close to the equator. So
New
you
Zealand
don't have snow.
is further north.
I think if I remember correctly, don't quote me, but there's like different little islands to New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Because if
Kinda
it's higher, they
Hawaii.
would have died in the day after
Yeah.
tomorrow. Remember that movie?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Anyway.
In terms of moving someplace, though, I feel like the only place I would move to, not PR, only because of their government. The government fucking trash right
Yep.
now, and it's kind of, you know, it sucks
It's
to
very
say, like,
unfortunate.
yeah, it's super unfortunate, but I feel like Spain would be pretty cool because I already know their language and stuff, you know.
Oh, wow. You
It'll
know
be-
Spanish.
Hell yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like me and Kiara, we talk about it. We be trying to think about like, will we ever leave? I don't think we can. No bullshit. It's the same thing, bro. Like,
Or down south.
Like I can imaginarily, right? You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind Egypt.
But you never tried that. Oh,
Historic.
Egypt. What?
Just do like
Historically,
history.
I wanna
and
go
shit.
to
I would
Egypt.
love to go to Egypt and just like
Not
even
to
walk
live
around
there,
the pyramids
though,
and shit.
But to go.
Cause they got mad pyramids over there, which is a crazy shit. We know about those three, but if you go further down south,
Yeah.
going down the Nile, there's a shit ton of pyramids and
Yeah.
like shit that they never discovered, bro. Like how is this still? They've been over there since like 1900s. They still discovering shit. So it's like they're probably got so much other shit they don't see.
Yeah, and
I'm trying to see that.
They're always doing Tomb Raiders and shit.
Yo, real shit.
Right? People
That's about it, bro. I can't leave Boston.
They have a time during the year where people can actually go do that.
Oh, that's tough.
Like I was watching this documentary. It's like duck hunting season. It's like tomb raiding season. You can only do it from this time to this time.
Where you go to the tombs
from
and
9 a.m. to whatever, and this you got 6 months to do it or some shit. And they go nuts, and then like they got this whole group. It's a whole fucking thing. I was like, shit.
It's like Egyptian storage wars. You guys ever seen that?
Oh, shit, bro. Egyptian storage.
They're like with that accent.
That's crazy.
But like to think that like
this is King Tut's tomb.
Yeah.
Anybody going out once was going to say the other. You imagine them niggas, bro.
So y'all would be willing to move to another state or country and start brand new?
No, I would not live. I was
especially at your age.
I can imagine.
Really wanna, like,
I can imagine going to Egypt.
you know what I'm saying? But like
You're saying it.
to basically like move to another place and call that your new home.
It's gonna be tough.
I mean,
do you really think you can do that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think I can, bro. That's why I'm asking the question.
I
think
mean, right now you don't got kids, so it's not that difficult for you.
I suppose.
For me, I got 2 kids, a sister with special needs. It's gonna be super difficult because I got to make sure the kids are taken care of properly. But it's not just about them; it is also about her, right? So you kind of have to balance this shit out. But I don't know. I mean, you never know until you actually take the leap. Maybe it doesn't work out, and you're like, yeah, maybe it didn't work out. Maybe I'm gonna go right back, take my monkey ass back to Milton. You understand what I'm saying? But because a lot of people do leave and end up coming back. But I mean, you never know until you make the leap. Maybe you do take the leap, and it just end up being like the best thing for you. Like life is chill. You know what I mean? I know some people who moved out of state and they're having a good time, and they're like, "Oh, come over here," and I'm just like, "I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure." But then we got to make sure all the pieces work for us to do it. But I mean, you never know.
When I was a kid, that's probably why.
If I hit the lottery, I'm fucking gone.
I'm out of here.
I'm quitting. I told the guys at my job already. I was like, y'all don't see me going. Y'all know.
That's it.
I'm
bro.
never coming back.
Just know.
So
That's why.
That's so
dope,
crazy
man.
you say that though, because when I was a kid, I think that's probably what makes me not want to like I don't care to move out. I kind of Boston I'm cool with because DR, bro, was mad weird. I had to go from like living with like, bro, the corner store got Snickers.
Oh,
got some soda.
Nice.
I was like 7, 8.
The corner store.
The corner store is here.
Nice.
The corner store is
Oh, I was
here,
about to
guys.
say, bro, 'cause I feel
that's what
like-
I'm saying. That's why I didn't like. That's why I didn't like leaving.
Corner stores and PR, bro. Them Snickers
Nah,
had
that's it.
all the
They ain't
ends.
do not got-
all types of ends, bro.
The fuck?
Nah, bro, ain't no Snickers, ain't no soda, ain't no none of that.
Oh, they don't got none of that.
Nah,
I
it's
thought
like a
they
complete.
had.
Nah. Here they have it.
Oh.
So when I left over there, bro, it was like a whole new different stores, a whole new different
It's
shit.
like a different-
Everybody only speaks Spanish, bro. I'm
It's
talking
like
to
a
nobody.
different brand, but in Spanish, like instead of Snickers, it's just like
And Snickers.
And sneaker.
you put an E in front of it. And sneakers. It's like, damn, not everything in Spanish has an E in front of it or O. And
And
sneakers.
sneakers.
Like, goddamn, that should sound like something different. But what do you guys want to do? Want to do another topic?
We
or
doing more, that's it. We got like,
We in now.
I
We're in
know.
22, bro.
Ale.
we're an hour and a
one
half,
more topic.
that's it.
Last one, real quick. We'll run through it.
And it's it, goodbye. No.
This is kind of pretty decent.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's the longest
God.
No way.
Yes.
Damn.
Someone got an
Dice.
A plus.
If a musician quits music and goes off to church and hold up,
Oh,
let's say real
okay.
quick, hold on.
This is about Mace or something?
Hold on.
could be.
Okay.
Like their
My
father?
fault. Let me try that again. Hold on. If a musician quits music and goes off to church and says his past is not him anymore, is it weird for them to still make money off their past music? Of course not. I feel like can I answer this right off?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a charge. Yes.
Listen, listen.
Listen.
My music.
Music is a form of art. Art is what you make of it. So I can legit be someone who, I mean, and it's not obvious. And obviously, like when you make it, some people, it's not to disrespect anything or anybody else. This is my art. So like I can legit, like, let's say I was an artist and I was a rapper or a singer or whatever, and I'm making this story about like this kid who got bullied and blah blah blah. I necessarily never went through the story that I'm writing, but it's the art that I'm creating. So regardless if an artist went through their past, or I gotta read that question again, but regardless of what they went through, it's like, nah, I feel like art is whatever you make of it, and those who can relate to it, that's what becomes of the music. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
In terms of the musician.
actually, you put it into a different perspective because it could be for music art, but I think it was more directed towards music. So, like, there's like, you can talk about Mace. You said something about Mace earlier, but there's other musicians who maybe were a little bit more harder in the killing killing people, selling drugs, whatever world. We talked about somebody in
Héctor el
Spanish.
Father right
Héctor
there.
el Father. So I didn't want to say his name,
example.
but that's a prime example, right? He made his money off of a lot of like writing about women.
love the street
Como de
shit.
70, the 70 people he used to roll with
70
everywhere,
people.
bro.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were scared of him, but who knows what he got himself involved in. I'm just going to pause there, but because I don't know about his situation, but, you know, he talked about drugs, women, and, you know, anything bad, killing people or whatever. You fuck with me, I'll kill you, da-da-da-da. But now he's in church. Now, is it interesting that, I mean, maybe he makes money off his music that he talked about really, really bad shit now that he's in church? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you find that weird?
I remember. I don't know. I mean, maybe I heard wrong, but I feel like I've seen a interview with him saying that he doesn't even collect all that money. But
No, but
I mean,
yeah.
like
But in
to
general,
answer the
yeah.
question, I feel like that would be like kind of messed up because at that point you're kind of like promoting violence when you're against it. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into.
No, but it's a very interesting question. I was just like, wait.
It is.
For real, I think it's all about what you do with it. Like,
Right.
at the end of the day, it's like, bro, that was his real life. The fuck? You want me to stop making money from it now because now I grew? Like, it's like, I'm about to do a random ass analogy, but like,
Go ahead.
don't nobody be mad at a fucking tree for not being a seed no more.
Imagine.
You feel me?
Yo, remember back then when
When you, so like, the shit is like, cause like, it's like people are gonna be mad at this man's for growing, bro. Like,
Because when is a seed ever bad though?
That's what I was saying.
Because
it's
this dude really.
it's not bad or good though. It's different. Cause like for him, he didn't feel like he was doing nothing bad at the time. I guarantee you, he was moving off principle. If a nigga fuck with me, I'ma shoot him back. Like it's just what the fuck.
Nah, bro,
I don't see it as like I killed somebody. I see it as somebody try to fuck with me, and he's dead now. Like so, it's like it all depends on like.
I
That's
see what
still
you're
bad.
saying.
Yeah, I see
Now
what you're
he's
saying.
saying,
But like at the
but
end of
now
the
he's
day, bro,
different,
you
you
still
feel
know
me?
what's good from bad if you're doing something bad, bro.
That's the thing though. It's
true, though.
subjective though. Like if I see murder all the time, when I go to kill somebody, it's not gonna be like, oh, I did something bad. I did something that we do every time. But if you grow up not seeing that all the time, and then you randomly see it, you're gonna be like, oh, that dude's such a bad
So
person.
kind of like, this is the world that I live in.
That's it, pretty much. And then from there, it's like, now that he's a person of God, if he were to decide to do a song like that now, then it's like, bro, what are you doing? You get me? But like, that's his old shit. That was his real life. And that's what made his money. Now, if he wants to use that money to like,
What about if he's just using
donate
it
to
for
the church,
shit?
that's weird. You feel me? Now you're not being that nigga that you claiming to be. But till he does that though, I can't be like, oh, bro, you used to be that, bro. How you know what I mean? Like, nah, that's what I did. That's what I am. That's how I make my money. Now, if he takes that money and throws it into the church, does whatever, that's up to him. But it's like, that's who he used to be and it's who he is now. And that's how, you can't tell him not to make money off that shit. We let these fucking white people make money off fucking Jeffrey Dahmer shit. We let these people make money off all this other shit. But then this one dude changed his life and it's like, yo, bro, you can't rap about that anymore because you're not
That
that.
is interesting. No, it is super interesting what you just said. You know what I mean? That pretty much just kind of puts a stamp on it. Though.
Yeah, like I heard like low key, like speaking of Héctor el Father, like I heard like there's a conspiracy that fue la calle que put him into the religion. In other words, like
If he didn't do it, you're
if
gonna.
he didn't do it, it was like, yo, you better keep it hush hush or, you know, it's up. That's what I heard.
No choice kind of type shit.
Word of mouth type shit, but like I be thinking about like, yeah, some of the way these
He's like, yeah,
artists
I'm going
be
to
moving. Right. Some of the way these artists be moving, you be thinking like, is it really because they really want to do that, or is it because they were kind of placed there?
Dogs, it's a money grab sometimes, bro. Sometimes like that's how
That's
tempt
interesting,
people into
too.
doing shit.
That's
You feel me? Like I in general don't fuck with the church shit. Like I said, it's up to you.
yeah.
You do your
Each their
thing.
own.
You feel me? But like I feel like you definitely can't judge no man that ended up growing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Ultimately, yeah.
If you do it again, then it's like, all right, bro, now you're not that. But like till then, it's like, bro, he grew.
Yo, so this is another episode of WMTOL, When Men Think Out Loud. It was a good one, man. Honestly, we had some good times, man.
It's an hour and a half.
Yeah,
This
it's
is the
all good.
longest
We're gonna have to
episode.
figure this out. We're gonna have to make this a 3-part or something like that. But no, we appreciate you guys watching. It was definitely fun. Coco, man, honestly.
Yo.
Thank you.
It was
thank
really
you.
cool that you
That
came
shit was
out.
mad lit. That shit was mad
You
lit.
blessed us, you know what I mean? And thank you for your presence. Thank you for your insight. We definitely appreciate it. And I am your boy, Oakland Carew.
Nah, go ahead, go. I'm
Dale.
the guest. Go ahead.
You know, at Kev Delav or underscore Delav.
At Ghetto Boy Stoned.
And I'm Coco. Rican Kid 15, I guess. Rican with a K. I made that when I was in high school. But if y'all want to just send me some funny TikToks or whatever, just send them my way. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll look at them, I guess. I might respond, maybe not. Whatever. I'll talk to you.
He's here for your
toxic.
entertainment. He's here for your entertainment.
I'll tell you, I'll hit you up in 5 minutes. It's gonna take 3 hours. I'm toxic.
Yo, just
Eventually.
yeah, man. Just kind of remember that this podcast is just us, man. Just thinking out loud, just kind of spitting off the head. bed and just kind of having a good time and just kind of having therapy between us men, which we really don't have a lot of, and we're just thinking out loud. And, you know, hopefully we're not being judged, and if we are, then fuck it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's it.
But I appreciate you watching.
Peace.
This is WNTOL. Peace out. See you next time.